For this assignment, we are asked to review the table 6.1 on page 121, where it discusses different leadership behaviors. We were asked to come up with the most appropriate according to the Pathfical theory to provide examples with each one between the following: directive, supportive, participative, and achievement-oriented. So the first one is directive. This is where one is telling somebody what to do, how to do it, and the deadline that they're expecting it to be done. The first thing that rang a bell was when I was managing at the restaurant, Homestead Manor. The chef would sometimes need us managers to jump back in the kitchen and help make salads or cheese plates, and they all have a certain way of doing things. So they would have us come back there and tell us exactly how many tomatoes or radishes that needed to go on top of the salad. Another one would be my job now, which would be a wedding planner. In wedding planning, you deal with a lot of brides and grooms, and a lot of people are visual learners. Showing diagrams and telling them exactly how things are going to look and how they're going to be done is, I have found, the best way to go about situations like this. And then lastly, I take care of a horse farm as well on the side. And as I got started 3 years ago, the owner of the farm came and showed me exactly how she wanted the stalls cleaned and how the horses needed to be groomed and prepped and ready for the day. The second one is supportive, and supportive leaders create a warm and friendly environment to show concern for their peers or coworkers. Our church does a great example of having supportive leadership. There's one lady whose name is Courtney. She makes me feel welcome and concerned about what I'm going through while she's still expecting me to do my job. So I go in every Sunday for kids' classes, and I help with a special needs boy while their parents are in church. Participative leaders had a collaborative style and involve the peers in decision making by welcoming their ideas and inputs. For this is a great example of my event planning job that I have now with 2 events that we did at Homestead Manor, one being Holiday Village and the other one being Oktoberfest. These were 2 events that brought in over 800 people, so it's not something that you can do by one person. So this involves getting a team together that's going to help build the event and make it just as fun as it was the previous years. So I would work with Sally, which was my boss. She wants to hear about my ideas to see if they would fit for the event and see what we can implement to improve the event even better from the year before. And then the last one is achievement-oriented, and achievement-oriented leaders challenge their peers to strive for excellence in the workplace continually. And this is a great example of Andy. He's our CEO of the Puckett's Company and Homestead Manor. He actually brings the management teams all together every year in January, and we have a summit, and he goes over all of our goals and how we can improve our staff and how we can increase the revenue numbers as well as making guests happy at all times. We also make sure that we have manager meetings weekly. We had ours every Friday to make sure that we are hitting numbers according to plan and hopefully increasing numbers. So that's just a little bit of the Pathfical theory and the leadership behaviors that we have covered in class.